Hello and welcome to a new game, which is a one-off to test a new system we've not played before called the Walking Dead role-playing game. So this is we're Wilderspace Gaming, and this game is the Walking Dead Undead Kingdom because our game is set in the UK, and that was a nat little pun that someone came up with about the UK. Anyway, it's set in Britain, the UK, not in America, because frankly we're all British. We know minimal amounts about the real life in America, so we thought we'd just play with something we knew. And I refused to set it where most of us live, on the grounds that everyone else knows the area much better than me. So we're in an area of the UK that people sort of know vaguely. But we'll come to that in a minute. Okay, so um, just to remind you of your starting situation. Um, let's start actually with a bit of introduction. That's probably a better idea, isn't it? Let's start. If you just say who you are, who your character is, and just give us sort of like that little quick summary of who your character is. Yeah, no 4-page
Get
essays,
you,
please,
Ian.
Ian. Yeah, yeah, no 4-page
Yeah.
essays, please, Ian. Right, let's start with Ken.
Hello, I'm Ken. I play Lucas, a teenager who's joined the group. He keeps himself to himself. He sometimes stays with one of the NPCs, Thomas, and he hangs around with Kyle's character, Craig, but he doesn't like people. He's always pulling jokes, which is his way of coping.
Okay, let's go, Kyle.
I'm Carl. I play Craig Spencer, who's an ex-drug dealer and now survivalist of sorts.
Okay, B.
Hi, I'm B. I'm playing Erin Jones, a soldier, ex-Sapper, um, and she's linked to one of the NPCs, Melissa, um, and she's doing most of the navigating, I imagine.
Okay, and then lastly, Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'm playing Dr. John Gerard. As his name suggests, he's an ex-medical doctor who actually has teamed up with one of the NPCs, Kathy Miller, who is a nurse. He's a bit vacant at times, but when the chips are down and people's lives need to be saved, he's pretty sharp on the ball.
Okay, thank you all. Right, so starting situation. You are you left the haven you spent the winter in, or spent most of the time in since the outbreak. So we're 9 months-ish after the outbreak. It's now May, and you were in a haven in Crawley, and then when that ran out of food, rather than just disintegrated in mayhem, it sort of was broken up quite constructively by the guy who was organising it, who was was also ex-military. He was ex-military retired, rather than serving military. And your group headed west from Crawley, and you've been wandering around, got a little bit lost at points, and also you frankly had to stop at points to try and find food, but most of the time you've been in the countryside. I mean, it's southern Britain. It's not massive amounts of open rural rolling fields and stuff like that, or rolling plains rather. But it has been possible to bypass urban areas and make your way, keep going west. And you have, but you've got to a point though where you have run out of food, and you've had to try and make yourself to somewhere a bit more urban, to try and find some food. Because just to remind you, there are 9 of you totally. So you four, then 5 NPCs who are Emma, who's a former, I can't remember what she does a job, but she's sort of an athlete. She, however, is a bit of a worry at the moment because she is limping with a badly twisted ankle. So she may have problems running if it became necessary. Kathy, who's already mentioned, who's an older nurse. Her son Robbie, who is Kathy's a retired nurse, to be clear. Robbie is a gardener, but carries a guitar. Seems a bit of a waster, possibly. Then there's Melissa, who is you originally were traveling with her sister as well, who's called Jessica, and they were the two sort of give you a direction of where to go, because they're trying to go to where their family have told them about a place where people have gathered and another potential haven to go to. And it seemed a good idea to you all to stick together and head where they wanted to go. Melissa, unfortunately, was killed a little while ago by
Jessica was killed.
Jessica, you mean?
Sorry, yes, apologies, Melissa. Sorry, Melissa's sister Jessica was killed.
Didn't say
Apologies.
molest.
No, Melissa's certainly
Melissa.
alive still. And Melissa has been essentially traumatized. I mean, she was fairly traumatized already, but that has really flipped her, and she's quite terrified and tends to follow Erin around. And then lastly, actually someone of Czech descent who was simply working in Britain, who's actually an electrician called Thomas, and he's pretty handy with his fists, but he's definitely, whenever he can get alcohol, he is definitely got a drinking problem, and has a almost a sort of slightly fatalistic attitude. He's convinced he's going to die, everyone's going to die, and it's just sort of lasting as long as you can. So he's not the happiest of people to speak to.
Nihilism.
Yeah. Right. Now, you are so you'd been short of food. All you've got at the present moment are a box of crisps that Erin found, and that is all the food you've got. And you've been heading into something a bit more urban, and as you're heading towards somewhere urban, you've actually come across what at first glance may turn out to be an absolute gold mine. It's a very large, or pretty large, very modern built, quite luxurious looking house, and it looks untouched from the outside. It's not. It doesn't look like it's been vandalized or broken into or anything like that. And when you went up and started checking out the front door, you found out the door was unlocked, and going in, you found a note on been written out on the breakfast bar that said simply, help yourself to anything you want, but don't go in the tool shed. Okay. Now, in the top,
I wonder what's in the tool shed.
in the top left,
Yo,
can
totally
you
go into the tool shed.
in the top left, can you see?
Don't open tools inside.
In the top left, can you see a tab that says house?
Yes.
Yeah, you should have
Yep.
access to it. Right, click
Oh,
on
yeah.
click on that,
Good.
and you can see the 3 floors of the house. So you've got a ground
I
floor.
see darkness.
Saying I don't have
Yeah.
token on the scene.
So you don't have a token, so you can't see anything at the present moment.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Let me drag
Same.
tokens on. Right. So I think that's how to do it. That's Craig, John, Erin,
Nope.
Lucas. Okay. Have you all
Still
got
dark.
tokens and can see now?
No.
Can't
It's
see.
still,
I've got a
it's
token.
still, I've got a token still dark.
Right.
I had a token, I
that?
lost sight of it.
You shouldn't be able to. It should be still, even if you click off it, it should still be a yellow square.
Right.
I don't have a yellow square. I've just got my name
Yeah. Oh, okay.
floating in darkness.
I'm now with Kyle. I clicked away from it and have lost the token.
Right. So I need to adjust. Has that helped? I've toggled the visibility. This is
Ah.
Kyle, can you see now?
I can see a orange box, but I can't do anything with it.
Try it now.
That's gone again.
Right.
It's gone again.
So that.
Lighting could be a bit funny to get used to.
Yeah, may have cocked that up. Right, vision.
Are you doing
all
vision on a
blind.
purpose? You should
No,
need some.
no. I want everyone to see everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you right
No,
click the
I've
scene,
just done. I think I've just done it. Has that worked on you, Kyle?
Yep,
Great.
I see 3 levels of house.
Right.
Oh, yep, I can see it now.
I'm just working through it. Sorry.
oh, have you not enabled vision on the
I hadn't done the
tokens?
tokens properly. I thought I had, and I'd failed dismally.
This guy.
Right. Can
Yeah.
you now see? All see, correct?
Yes.
No.
Right. So,
I still can't
Phil,
see.
you still can't see.
No, I'm just. It's dark, and I've got a thing that says "B" here, just floating in darkness. I can't even see a box.
Can the rest of you see?
Yeah. I can
Yep.
see.
Yep.
Did that help,
Oh,
B?
I've disappeared. No, I'm completely gone now, and now all my names come back.
So, where's your bot?
I literally just see this name here.
Right. This is not good.
Have you got vision enabled for her?
Yep, I've got vision enabled.
Oh. Game's paused, that's why you can't move him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll unpause that so you guys can start looking around while I try and sort out B. You shouldn't. There should be no walls on the maps. You should be able to. There should be nothing preventing you.
I can see everything, so yeah.
Right. B, I'm going to delete your token.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to put your token on again, B, and see if that works.
Why is mine got a different colour?
Now I can see 2 Bs. There's a B over here and a B here.
Can you now see the right one? Hand one I've.
I can see this one and I can see this one, but it's just the name.
Right, what have I done wrong here?
Should I try and go out and come back in again? Maybe it's me.
You shouldn't have to. You can just push F5 to refresh the browser page.
Okay, I'm going to do that because mine has doing something odd as
didn't
well.
work. I'll just do that at the top. Right. Close. Mouse. Hey, I can see.
Can everyone see and move?
Yep.
Right,
I don't know
Yeah.
about
No.
moving. Yes, I can move.
right. I'm going to delete.
I've got 2 tokens.
You've now got 1 token.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Alright.
you can still see. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So zoom in and look at the map. Front door is here. The message on the breakfast bar is here. Looking at
Okay.
the back, this is a very, very expensive house because it's got a swimming pool,
Yeah, we should just live here.
a hot tub,
And I saw that hot tub.
A hot tub. Can I do like a perimeter for basically see how well this place would stand fortification wise?
Yep, by all means, give me a scout roll, please.
Have we
First roll.
learned to make a lot of noise to lure out any walkers that are hanging around in the house?
You've been in the world for 9 months. This world, so I would say, if you want to start doing this, that's absolutely fine. Don't need to check on stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
What
I'll
am I
start
doing? Scout.
Banging
So if you
on the door, on the wall.
If you press your scout,
I got it.
okay. Now, just to show you, can you all see in the chat log? Yep. If you wanted to push that, you could.
Push button, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a push
But it
button
gives me
for it,
stress, doesn't it?
but it gives you a point of stress.
Mm.
Okay, right. So if you could sort out all of the windows, then it could be quite a secure. Sorry, against walkers, it could be quite a secure place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Against humans, you've got the added complication at the back. The master bedroom's got a balcony, so that's a sort of another easy access point
Have
for.
we had much issue with humans? Have we had?
You haven't, no, but you've heard lots of rumours.
Right.
Do you remember that briefing? Did you read the briefing doc I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's stories of everything from vigilante groups to slavers to cannibals to neo-Nazi groups to devil worshippers, and a lot of it is it's sort of second-hand knowledge, so it's not from reliable sources. So who knows how much it is? Okay. But as you start to look around the house, it looks, I mean, completely unlooted. The
Suspicious.
next, so in a drawer by the kitchen, you find a couple of sets right next to the note. You find a couple of sets of car keys, and work your way through. The garage has got two cars in it. The blue one is some form of estate, and that looks to be in perfectly good, untouched condition. The white car is a saloon. That looks like that's been a bit beaten up and so on, but it looks perfectly serviceable. It's got some dents and a few blood smears across it, so that's clearly been driven by someone. But that's the only real sign that there's anything bad happened here.
Mm.
Okay, John heads to the drug cabinet in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Which-
there's no
which-
sign of any,
To say which bathroom, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 bathrooms. One downstairs, 3 upstairs.
He'll work through them in order, starting the downstairs and then
Okay.
moving up.
There's almost there's no, in the 2 of the upstairs ones, which appear to be sorry, there's 4 bathrooms upstairs. Apologies. So a total of 5. This one here is a kid's bedroom, kid's bathroom and bedroom. There's nothing beyond sort of toothpaste and toothbrushes in there.
Going through the house looking for alcohol.
Right. Okay. We'll come to that. This appears to be a teenager's bedroom. This appears to be a
Right.
teenager's bedroom.
Hold on. How do you pan the picture? Because all I've got is one section of it.
So
I can
if you,
scroll
click
out.
and drag.
so
Left
left-
click and drag.
no,
No, that's
for me,
moving my token. It doesn't move the map.
if you I press the right mouse
Sorry,
button.
right
Ah.
click and drag. Sorry, I can't tell my
That
left
works.
from right. Shut up.
Right. This bedroom and this bedroom appear to be. I think you're seeing my pings on the map.
Yeah.
Yep.
They appear to be teenage bedrooms. There's a few more bits and pieces in there, but still no medication. This appears to be master bedroom's bathroom. This has got a very well stocked cabinet of of over the counter medication. So you've got a fair stock of both sort of ibuprofen, paracetamol, stuff like that, in both adult versions and kids versions. Okay, and you get a bit more from this downstairs bathroom as well. Okay. Alcohol in.
Sorry.
Go on.
Just quickly, no prescription drugs.
No, there's no prescription drugs at all.
Okay.
in this sort of main sitting room downstairs, Lucas finds a drinks cabinet, which is there's probably 10 different bottles of spirits. 6 of them are whiskies, a couple of gins, some rum, some vodka, and then some other things that aren't sort of full on spirits, things like peach schnapps and stuff like that. That are sort of
I'll take a couple of bottles of vodka and stash them away.
okay. They are half a encumbrance unit each, so please add them to your sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else having a search for anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find any sort of like safes or shit like that.
Right, that will require a scout roll, please.
Half a slot each.
Half a slot each, yes, please. Do you want to push that?
Nah, I didn't even
Okay.
see what I didn't even see what I'm rolling.
So you can't see what you're rolling?
Oh, that was terrible. Now obviously can't find anything.
Okay. Okay. Just going through. So, just some obvious things. So, kitchen, you find there are there's a couple of very large kitchen knives that could be used as weapons. There are also, I mean, there's a huge, great larder and other storage facilities here, and you find there's a load of quite mouldy off fresh food. All that's inedible, but you find a reasonable amount of dried goods and tins and stuff like that. Enough for 20 rations. You need one.
Wow.
You each need one ration, so that's enough to feed you each for 2 days.
Where are
Okay.
the others? Are they waiting outside? Are they?
No, they're coming and milling around in here as well. Unless you want to ask someone to do
No.
something in particular.
I'm going to whisper to Thomas and point him to the drink.
He's already found that
Okay.
and is taking a couple of bottles.
It was already there.
The problem with these with the food is that each ration is half an encumbrance unit, and also you'll need things like tin openers, and then I mean with things like dried pasta, you need some cooking implements to cook with.
That's why we should stay here. Sure, we can make it work.
Right. Well,
No, we've only got enough rations and this for 2 days, and
Yeah, but this place has a
this
hot
is
tub, yo.
well, the one slight
that's not the priority.
complication with everything is that there is no power. Now, what you've observed is some places power is still present because the electricity grid, a lot of it's automatic and a lot of it's still running in some places. Here, there's absolutely dead. There's no power here at all, and yeah, there's no power up in this upstairs is an office, yeah, and that's got laptops in. I think there's a laptop in one of the bedrooms and so on as well. The laptops are completely dead, so they hadn't been turned off, but they've been without power for long enough for even though in standby mode for the batteries to have discharged. Okay.
I'm sure the gardener bloke can like grow veg. We could turn this place good.
With what seeds?
don't know. That's probably what's in the tool shed.
I think I know exactly what sort of growing you want to do, and we're not going into that tool shed. Can I check
Why
the
not?
garage out?
So you're not
I
saying that
ignore
to
him.
you're not saying that to the teenager, are you? Whatever you
Andy's
do,
go-
don't go in the tool shed.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't.
we totally need to look in the tool shed.
I think we have 2 teenagers on our hands, and one of them isn't a teenager anymore. Hmm.
Right.
I
Right.
wanted to look in the garage to see if there is, because the vehicles are there. I want to see if they're functional, like they got fuel and things like that. And if there's any other things around, like a generator, like a mini generator.
No, there's nothing. There's not a mini generator here. Both cars. Do you wish to start up the engines?
Yeah, on both of them, just for a
Because that
moment
will
to
make
see.
noise.
We're already making noise, weren't we? Lucas was
Yeah,
going
yeah, yeah,
around
yeah.
banging and tattering.
But
Okay,
you've been making noise in the house. This is noise that might be heard away from the house.
outside. Okay, what? Just starting it up. I suppose so.
Yeah.
Are we near dark yet? Or like, what time of day is it?
No, it's middle afternoon. So you've
Middle
got,
of the
and it's
afternoon.
May, so you've got several hours of daylight at least.
Whilst they're doing that, I'm going to take my helmet off, going to grab some of the rotten food, smear it over my face, creep up behind Thomas, and go, "Ah!"
He nearly has a heart attack, and then
Only joking, only joking.
and then
I'll duck, obviously, and
uh,
like, jump back because I expect him to swing round.
and threatens. He starts swearing at you in Czech. Well, sorry, he's saying things in Czech. You're not entirely certain what he's saying. You've started to gather that this is him threatening to beat the shit out of you. And he starts gesticulating. You know, he's got himself a pickaxe handle that he's stuck loads of nails through the end of.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
And so he's gesticulating with that. But and in doing so, in this front room here, he accidentally catches the sofa with one of the nails and rips a bloody great gash in it.
I'm
Yeah, no,
smiling.
you could sleep on that.
I'm smiling and laughing at him. It's Lucas's way to try and cheer him up, having these like jokes and stuff to
Okay.
try and make him.
Can I ask you a question? As
Yeah.
players, on the toolbar on the left-hand side,
Yeah.
can you see an icon that looks like a biohazard symbol?
No.
No,
No.
Okay, right. So you don't see that.
that's
Okay.
concerning.
Yeah, that is
Right.
concerning. What is it, Andy?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Did something just pop up in the chat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So there's a thing called the threat meter, and
Mm.
Erin starts checking the cars out, and you hear the noise of engines and so on, and the threat level goes up by 1 because of the noise.
Mm. I don't keep them on for long, but it is
No,
just
no,
a
no.
quick, you know, yeah.
Both cars start looking at them. The blue car is probably 3/4 full of petrol. The white car has about 1/4 of a tank.
Right, okay. Are they the same fuel type?
Yeah, they're both unleaded.
Okay. I'll go
Okay.
back in and tell those guys.
Okay.
I'll put my
Cars
arm
seem to
round
work.
Thomas and point him to say, like, have a drink.
He don't worry, he's starting to have a drink. He's definitely drinking.
He's already there.
I know he is, but I'm
Just to say,
encouraging.
I forgot to say one thing. B, Erin, also there's a motorbike here.
Oh, it is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Can I also have checked that?
and that starts, and that's almost full of petrol.
So again, same fuel type.
Yeah. So that
Cool.
if you wanted to, that could either be used or drained.
I think Erin's not stopping. She's just in a, like, not looking the gift horse in the mouth. She's going straight to preparing to leave, even if we're not going to, but just so that as soon as we do, have everything in place. I start putting anything that we can't physically carry that we could use, like those that food and things like that, into one of the cars. I'll put it in the blue car.
Okay.
I'll put my helmet back on and head out to the tool shed.
Right. Come to that in a sec. What are Craig and John doing?
I'm just wandering around the house looking. Oh, I might go in the garden, look at the jacuzzi, man.
Okay. So around the house, I mean, there's another TV. There's a sort of another TV room. All the books in this room are sort of. This is clearly a kids' room. Are quite young books. This family. I mean, there's a lot of what was quite expensive tech and stuff like that, and
I'm pocketing anything that looks like expensive, just out of habit.
Okay.
Might be tradable.
Roll me a scout roll.
I already know I'm terrible at this.
Bless you.
Bless you.
No successes. Do you wish to push it?
Go on.
Okay. So, okay, you've now got success. Right. Now, go to your character sheet.
Yep.
Do you see halfway down the right-hand side there's stress? Oh, that's already it's automatically put it on, or did you do it?
Yep. No, that automatically did it.
Okay. So pushing roll, that's good to know. It automatically adds it. Okay. Right. So the thing you find of potential use is in one of the teenagers' bedrooms. You find a pretty state-of-the-art, hefty power bank
Definitely yes.
and various cables. Okay, that can go under. I think the year is 2011, so those are reasonably good. They're not massively encumbering, so that goes under your tiny items. So if you look on your character sheet, go to the inventory tab. On the right hand side, there's a tiny items bit, and that's where you put things that are 0 weight. Okay.
Yep.
Right. While that's going, what's John doing?
John's going to continue looking through the house again. Medical supplies, bandages, plasters, that sort of thing. He'll also notice that Emma's started to stash things in the car. I think so. That's a good idea. So he's going to look for disinfectants and bulky stuff that we just not been carrying around, but actually would be really bonus if a real bonus in a medical situation.
Okay. You also gather up some things to like plasters. There's not vast amounts of bandages. You actually probably in the parents' bedroom you probably find sort of like some of those tubey grip things for athletic injuries and stuff like that.
There's no first aid kit itself.
There's a first aid kit in the kitchen. So you can note down a first aid kit as a half an encumbrance, and this is zero encumbrance. You've got a medical kit.
Yeah.
Note down you've got a refresh on that. That works as the same way as a reload on ammo. Once you have, if you suffer a mishap and I deem that you've run out of medical supplies, then you can use up that refresh, and it essentially allows you to continue using your medical kit.
Okay.
Yep.
So did you say that?
The first aid, you've got like a kitchen first aid kit. Okay. Next to it, if you want to note it down as well, there is one of those little mini fire extinguishers for kitchen fires.
Yeah. Okay.
Up to you. And each of those will be half an encumbrance item. But does someone want to start taking a list of what's going in the vehicle?
Yeah.
You've got 20 rations, a couple of bottles of disinfectant, and what I don't know if the fire extinguisher or the first aid kit's being taken by John or put in the car.
The first aid kit's been taken my job, but if he starts feeling like he's getting encumbered, he might offload it.
But the fire extinguisher's going in the car. Okay.
Or go to the car, I think, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Blue car, yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
car. Yep. Okay. It's interesting when you still getting used to Foundry. When you type something in the chat,
It takes you to the
teaches-
character, yeah.
yeah, which is nice, but yeah. Okay. Oh, I'll have to wait for Ken. Ken's.
You can turn that off.
Oh, are you coming back? Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. I'll get a cut to you doing that. Right. I'm just trying to think what else you can find in here. If you actually have a look
Can
at the
I
pictures,
ask?
go on.
Can I ask? Knowing that I need to probably assign Craig or Lucas a job to keep them from mischief, I want to yell out, can somebody see if they've got one of those AA maps of the local area? Because it's 2010 or 2011 and they might still have them.
Yes, you find a map in the blue car. Already in there. A big.
Oh.
That's
Big-
not what you wanted.
I know. I wanted to keep them busy.
Yep.
And then I get distracted by reading it.
As I
I'm
said,
gonna look around the garden.
right. Okay. So you've got to go out of the garden. Just as you're coming out to look at the garden. Lucas is looking at. Have you noticed what the blacked out area?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the tool shed? I thought
Yeah.
that was right. Okay.
This over
Nothing
here.
bad can be
This
in
over
there.
here is some sort of pool house, summer house type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Kyle's token?
I don't know. It disappeared, so I've just carried on without it.
I thought you were upstairs. That's what you you bless you.
What have you done?
I don't know. When you fixed bees, mine went grey. I was like, oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want me to drag your token on?
Yeah, you can do.
It's going to make me blind again.
We must have a token on still, if you can see.
Oh no, I can see
Hey.
him now.
Yeah, I've just added him again
Yeah.
on again. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you get close
I
to
did
the
want to say, as I'm in the garden, I'm looking out. I'm always aware. I'm keeping very aware of his surroundings, expecting stuff to jump out at him. So I'm looking outside the garden, not just in the garden, but outside the garden as well, for things coming towards us.
okay. The first thing that you would spot is that the perimeter, and actually, sorry, this is something that Erin would have also noticed. The perimeter is a 6 foot high fence or a 6 foot high hedge.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. And a quick glance at this hedge, it's actually a hedge grown up a wire fence, sort of interlaced with a wire fence. So it's definitely really quite secure.
This
Okay.
place would be perfect to stay.
Then as Spencer is Craig is looking at the hot tub and trying to figure out if there's any way of heating up the water in it. Lucas is overlooking at the shed, this shed here, and as you approach it, give me a scout check, please.
Yeah.
Right,
Stealth check.
that's stealth, not scouts.
Oh, can't read. Started with an S.
Do you want to push that?
Fuck it, yeah.
Have you got a point of stress?
I don't think so. I shouldn't have, should I? Yeah.
You now should have 1. You've now got 2. Somehow it's got put to. Oh, hang on a sec.
What's that 1DZ?
I think that's the. No, Erin doesn't have any, and John doesn't have any. Okay, so adding the threat meter didn't increase it. Right, you should actually be on 1, not 2.
Right.
But don't worry about it. We'll just go with the rolls for ease now. Okay. You hear a strange noise from inside, a sort of a low groaning, and then the sound of something sort of almost like a rope scraping over wood.
Okay.
There
So,
are
is one of these a window?
there is a window, yes. That right-hand one is a window.
Can I very quietly walk over, crouching down, and look up, look into the. I'm
Right.
expecting
Check on its face.
somebody to be hanging there.
It's precisely what you see. So what you see is a quite a well-ordered tool shed, but then hanging in the middle, is suspended from a rafter, is a man who looks like he's hung himself with some sort of climbing rope or something like that, some good quality nylon rope, which is not snapping. And he's hung himself and then come back, and is just sort of right. Make me a stealth check, please.
I've already made one. Can you take that one?
No, because it wasn't when I asked for it.
Oh no.
Now
Great.
you've actually there. That's what messing up. So you've actually rolled a 1 on your
Still stress
on it.
bonus.
Yeah, that means for a start you can't push.
Right. That's like
Okay,
aliens, yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah.
But the hung zombie spots your movement in the window, and then starts vigorously sort of writhing around, trying to get to you. But it's suspended off the ground and sort of swinging its legs around and reaching its arms out. It doesn't know to try and do something about the rope suspending it. You can see that the rope has been gradually over time digging further and further in the neck. It's nearly ripped its own head off, but it hasn't quite done it.
I'm going to go in.
Oh, I love it.
Right. Well,
I don't want to go in. I want to go to the door, open the door first, and
right.
have a
The
look
door, as you go to
Locked.
open it, it's locked. There's actually a padlock on the outside. Sorry, there's a latch for a padlock rather, and it's not there. And then the door fits pretty tightly, but you can see it a bit through a crack. You can see that there's a piece of wood across the inside. And actually, as you sort of study the door a bit more, there's a few points where there's sort of the ends of nails coming out, and it looks like before he's hung himself, he has nailed a piece of wood across the inside of the door to prevent anyone getting in, to prevent anyone doing exactly what you do. But with a force roll, you could force open the door.
Let's give it a go.
Craig, you can see all of this going on. And
Yeah, what you found, Lucas?
Well, Craig's over there, isn't he? Craig, come over here. Well, we've got a punch bag in here.
Oh, nice, sweet. I'll wander over.
Door's shut though. The
Okay.
door's stuck. I can't open it.
Erin and John, give me scout checks, please.
I love it.
I literally think there's a punch bag until I see it. So.
Yeah.
There is.
There is.
Just not with the kind that
Right.
you're thinking of.
Erin, you heard that call from about a punch bag. John,
Yeah.
you didn't. Or do you want to push?
No. I'm too busy in my own mind. Just
Okay.
looking for stuff.
So you heard that, Erin, about a punch bag in the garden.
Yeah, see, I like it's not what they said, but it's who it's saying it. That I go out to have a look.
Okay. Before you get out, though,
Yeah.
Lucas, do you want to force open the door?
I've tried to encourage Craig to force open the door for me. He's bigger than me. I said it's stuck. Come on, can you help me push it open?
Well,
Try and
the guy
lean
has nailed it from the inside, but you pull it towards you. So it's more a question of pulling it so that it actually pops the bar is
Right.
put across it. It's not the most, not the best barrier.
Can I use the back of the fire axe to try and
Yes,
it?
give yourself I think a fire axe is really quite applicable for doing it. So give yourself when you roll, you get a chance to put in a bonus. Yeah.
Yep.
There should be a box you can type in. Type 2 in that to give yourself 2 extra dice.
My spear is pointed at the door, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
I messed up apparently.
Success with messed up.
Yeah. Which is perfectly possible. Okay. Right. What I'm going to say for that is you hadn't really looked through the window, or I think you said looking on the inside. You just sort of done it thinking special. I'm going to give you another point of stress because suddenly there's a
I'm gonna start screaming like, shit, man.
and then it takes you a couple of seconds to realise that actually it can't get to you, and it's quite pathetic. It's flailing around. This was once a man, probably in his 40s, early mid 40s. He's dressed in quite quite good good quality casual clothing. Clearly quite a wealthy man, but now obviously his body's all desiccated and
Once the doors open and Craig starts screaming, I'm going to run in and start poking the.
right.
Cool. Ah, look, we got a punch bag. We got a punch bag.
Are you trying to kill it?
No, I'm just making it swing back and forward.
Okay.
It's way too sadistic for that. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Can I shoot them? Not the zombie.
Thinking it might be that it pulls his head
I
off.
mean, I've fallen backwards.
For which case it's dead anyway. So
right. You start playing with it.
playing with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Whooping and laughing.
Okay.
Am I out there then?
At which point I think that's about the right time Erin should turn up. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. I sort of go round to no,
Shoot
not even
Lucas.
that character. I'll go round, see what's happening with these guys. I'm gonna grab or try to grab Lucas by the scruff of his neck and drag him out. Literally fling him behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need rolls for that?
Unless if he's resisting, are you resisting?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a hang on a sec. Give me right. Erin, you can use your choice of mobility or force. I'm assuming that and actually Lucas, you can either try and dodge out the way with mobility or just try and resist being strong with force. But
So I'm
just
going
to,
to use.
just to say, because of the enclosed space, I'll give you a penalty of 1 for mobility because it's quite
Yeah.
enclosed.
I was planning on using mobility.
So if I use mobility, is it a -1?
No, just him.
Okay. Okay.
It's harder for him to dodge out the way.
So
Gotcha.
I use my ability. Where do I put both? Can I put -1 in there? I guess so.
I think so. Yes.
Well, it's got
I
0,
think
1.
I'm going to push that.
I'm going to push it as well. Ah!
Oh.
Right.
How did the party die?
Right.
He fell on his own spear.
Hoisted on his old petard.
Right.
Turn round, accidentally skewer Erin in the throat, step backwards, and get bitten by the zombie that I was laughing at.
Ah!
Ah! Ah!
Hang on a sec. Sorry, I need to find a table.
So, next week, The Legend of Five Rings.
But it is.
That is the main game.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. In trying to dodge out the way,
I don't mind being bitten, mate. It's funny.
Lucas gets too close, and
No.
the zombie actually grabs the mask is sort of covers the front. It's a bit exposed at the back, and it grabs hold of your hair from the back. And it's trying to scratch you to get hold of you, and it grabs you, and before it can pull you in, Erin rips you out of its grip, but you take 1 point of damage.
With the hair loss.
Scalping.
Much like, yeah, it's like real life. Oh, that's what happened to me when I was like 18.
Zombies. Gotcha.
Zombies.
So
Yeah.
do you know to mark that? So on your, you go from
I put 3 boxes in experience, yeah? 3 ticks in the experience box?
no
Okay.
uh,
Down to bruised.
down from to brute. Correct. Yes, that's it. Yep. Okay. What do you wish to do?
I think at the moment, does it still look like it's hanging there and not able to get down?
Yes.
Or is it given enough momentum with the pulling of the hair on the string?
No, it's still not
Still
dead. No.
In that case, I'm gonna shut the door and put my foot against it. I'm not gonna move from the door, so I'm like acting as a barrier at the moment. And I'll turn to those chuckle fucks, and I'm gonna say, no, wait, who has the fire? No, Craig, you have the fire axe, don't you?
Yeah.
Craig has the fire axe. I say to Lucas, get the fuck back inside. Craig, help me with this. We might as well just take care of it now. The door's fucking open now.
Yeah, okay.
You're all right.
Only having a laugh. I was going and God, I was sulking.
How old is your
Go and tell
teenager?
John what you did.
How old are you?
17.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, that's about right.
I thought more 15, but yeah. Okay. Right. So Erin and Craig, you're going to deal with it, yeah?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
try.
No
So,
guns.
sorry.
No guns.
No. Okay.
I'm looking at the fire axe, and I'll get my blah, 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 bayonet out and stick it on the end of the rifle.
Yeah. Okay. So, please, right. Basically, one or other of you, in fact, or both of you, if you wish, can make close combat checks. If you get one success, you deal with it.
Okay.
Deal with it. I
Is
like
it the only thing that's making me hesitate is I know mechanically, but also this is a small space. If I mess up or one of us mess up, we can accidentally hurt each other. So can we take it in turns?
Yeah, certainly. Who's going first?
I don't need your help.
All right. You helped the kid get into the trouble. You fucking help him out of it. Never mind, you did really good. But also fucked up as I said.
Can
Right.
I hear them saying that from where I am?
I thought you stormed off in a strop.
Well, I did, but then I stopped sort of about here because that's where my token is.
Okay.
I'll happily make a scout roll.
Yeah, go make a scout roll.
See if I hear anything. I'll try and get the right one this time.
Pretty easy to mess up. What the fuck? I'm scared.
You are rolling a lot. That I'm now worrying if the thing is broken because the first dice has always rolled a 1 on the stress. Now
That's
where
so weird.
if
Yeah,
you look through
it has, hasn't it?
every
Yeah.
single dice
No, it
roll.
hasn't. No, when I rolled first, the second dice rolled the 1.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2 first and
Just
then
unlucky.
2 and then a skull. The first mobility check of mine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. It's
It
just
might still be fucked up. But
right.
one
Okay.
thing I found with Foundry is they say it's a random generator using some complex algorithm, and that can't possibly be things, streaks, and it's just pure chance. But the amount of pure chances that you get seems disproportionate
Compared to roll 20.
compared to roll 20. We get strings of like 6 20s in a row and like 6
Okay.
ones in a row and stuff.
Okay. Well, we'll figure that one out. Okay. Right. So. Right. I'm just going to say no, Lucas. You didn't hear. I'm not going to do anything for
Okay.
that. Messed up.
Okay, cool.
Craig, you have a slightly alarming bit in that you hack into the zombie. You try to chop it in the head to kill its brain. You actually end up cutting the rope, and the zombie falls on the ground. But before it can actually do anything, you dispatch it. So there's a slightly alarming moment where you free it before you kill it. But you do kill it. You also notice, by the way, there are quite a number of tools in this. I don't know if you actually looked at the picture here, but there are quite a number of tools in here. There is both a two-handed axe, a one-handed hatchet, a couple of what are called bill hooks, which are basically these. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that. Can you see
I'm
there?
looking at the little chainsaw.
Yeah.
Craig is just picking that up, going, "Yeah."
Right. Come to that in a sec. Come to the chainsaw in a sec. But there's also like a spade. There's a sledgehammer, a pickaxe.
What are these? That's caught her eye.
That there.
Oil drums.
They are. I think they're just. What would you have in there? I'm not sure actually.
Well, if it's this looks like a workbench type situation. Would they be bins?
They
Ye-
look like
yes.
bins, like
Yeah.
big metal bins.
Yeah. So there's a workbench here. There's various tools. You can get another toolkit from here, and you can also get. There's various power tools and stuff like that. There is a chainsaw.
Uh-oh.
But it's a battery powered chainsaw, and the battery
it's
when you
weak.
test it is dead, and it's weak as well.
I'm gonna go like check, make sure the zombie's properly dead. Like just
by the
wait
time
a few seconds.
by the time Craig is finished, its head is separate to its body.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna leave the scouting for Craig, and I'll go past Lucas
Are these fuel
to go
cans here?
inside the house, and I'll say to him, "Fucking thing's dead now. You might as well go search for your prize." And I'll storm back into the house.
And as you're walking off, I say, I was fucking fine before you pulled me back. Almost got me killed, you bitch. Walk in.
Just, over my shoulder.
Not even looking back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 3 jerry cans in there. There's also a lawnmower that's got a little bit of fuel. All of it's unleaded petrol. They're not massive, great jerry cans. They're they're not massive, great jerry cans. What they are is, the sort of car petrol can size.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of
The
those.
5-litre jobbies.
Not the huge, great military 20-litre ones, but there's 3 of those, which have all got, I think, one is nearly empty and the other 2 are fairly full.
Is there a small hammer there by any chance?
Yeah, you can have a full toolkit if you want it.
No, I don't want a full toolkit.
But yeah, you can take a hammer. So put that down on as a weapon, because that can be used as an improvised weapon. It's a half encumbrance unit.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Is there any bonus to it? It's a weapon.
So
Yes, you got. Is there any bonus to it? It says there's thing for damage and bonus and BP and slots and skill.
Right, hang on a sec.
Whilst they're doing that, can I go into the garage and start ranting at Dr. John and telling him exactly what happens to see if I can get rid of that stress?
Yeah, just a sec. Let me just.
I'm gonna.
Brilliant. Love it.
Let me just.
Kids.
You can in a sec. Let me just resolve a couple of things. So,
no worries.
improvised weapon, damage of 1, bonus of +1, slots are half. Okay. Just before Erin comes and rants at Dr. John, what is Dr. John? Dr. John's had a little bit of time. What does Dr. John want to be doing himself? You've been searching around the house. Are you looking? You've been round. You found the only other thing you found is in the parents' bedroom is in one of the side cabinets or something like that. You found some birth control pills, but that's about the only other thing you found.
Still useful.
Fair enough. Yeah. Placebo for something. Yes. Yeah. Also, I'm not sure I would have gone out when I heard the noise, but is that barbecue? Is it a gas barbecue or is it is it charcoal?
This barbecue here,
That one there.
that looks to me to be charcoal, because that
Fair
looks
enough.
like a bin for.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that. Yeah, I appreciate we said those are bins. I just wondered if that was the gas cylinder for it. Okay, that's fine.
Hey.
Okay, I'm guessing I'm going to be the stress reliever here.
Right. Is it other things you just because you're an educated man? There's quite a lot of books both in the office and in the and downstairs. Lots of sort of self-help guides and lots of sort of trendy things like that. And then particularly in the front room, there's lots of sort of classic, various classics, sort of lots of Dickens and things like this, which to your eye looks like they've probably never been read.
Reader's Digest subscriptions.
Yeah. Okay. Right. By the way, did you take anything in the various stuff you've taken? Did you take stuff like pots and pans for cooking, and then things like kitchen knives? I said there were 2 knives that could be used as weapons. Did you take those for a start? I don't know if anyone wants a backup melee weapon, but There's 2 more knives if you want them.
Unless it's sharp enough for surgery, I'm not really interested in them.
I'm going to take anything that we can at the moment that will fit in the car.
Okay, you're just putting more stuff together.
I'm good.
At which point, you can.
That's all right. I'm going to cause more stress.
Right. Well, first of all, I think because I just like it that Erin has a bit of a rant to.
I was going to do, as B mentioned it, I realised that Craig is my go-to and he's in the shed, so he's going to get a rant from me as well.
That bitch.
That's right. I'm going to grab the jerry cans and go in there and go, oi, G.I. Karen, the kid did good, and chuck the jerry cans at her.
Right. So are you okay? Also, by the way, in the shed is you find a big long roll of hose pipe.
Oh, cool.
If you want to start cutting sections off to siphon fuel.
There's a big hose in this garage, it looks like, as well. Yeah.
And everything on
Oh,
that,
yeah.
on this shelf, I'm going to grab and chuck in the back of the car as well.
Sorry, which shelf?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
shovel, the
Yeah. Okay. Just put
axe, the
just type in the
tongs, the crowbar.
type in their tools from the and I'll do up a list eventually. Right. As you're coming backwards and forwards, so I think there's a I think actually probably what's is Lucas just hanging around in the shed still having a search around or
He'll be helping Craig.
right. So Craig and Lucas
and moaning at Craig whilst he's
Okay.
to try to get some stress back.
Unfortunately, you've not had a chance to
Damn you, Andy! Damn
finish
you to hell!
finish. None of you managed to finish your moaning. You're all partway through your moaning, your respective moanings. I love that the reason who's leaving stress is moaning about people. I think that's very British, isn't it? I'm thoroughly pleased about that.
It's starting to feel like Erin and John are the parents.
Yeah, and
with
the other,
Craig
other
and
kids.
Lucas and the
Yeah.
kids.
Well,
Can you talk to them, please?
Craig's probably older than Erin.
Sorry?
No,
Craig's
no,
probably
Craig's
older.
28, isn't
Oh,
he?
is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
32, I think.
Craig and Lucas, you're just coming back in through this door here with some more stuff. When
Which door? This door.
this door, yeah, that door. When Robbie, who's over by the front door, waves at you and says, "Come and see this. Come and see this." You two, and just as he waves at you, you all hear a gunshot. Erin, you've got enough experience, even though you're in the garage,
Yeah.
to tell it's a rifle, not a pistol. It's
Okay.
someone's just fired a rifle.
Can I tell roughly a rough direction? Like, is it west, east, north?
Because you're in the garage, it's going to be a scout roll, and you're going to need 2 successes.
Okay, so we haven't got rid of that stress.
Nope. Nope.
And scout roll.
I want to run over towards Robbie, shouting, "Get down! Get down!"
He doesn't seem to be worried. It doesn't appear that. Okay, we'll come to that in a sec.
Yeah, okay.
I've pushed it to get 2 successes.
Right, it's coming from so on this map, let's say the top is north. It's coming from the southwest.
Okay, so I'm gonna run back into this room, literally pulling my rifle up and try and see through the windows whilst also trying to take cover and telling anybody near the windows, get down and away from the windows.
Right. Some stuff happens
to the
before
back of the house, basically.
Yeah, some stuff that happens before you get to that. Right. So Robbie is standing in the front door. Yeah. And you can see him. So this is Craig and Lucas. As you run over to him, going, "What's going on?" You see him wave He's waving at someone, sort of in a "come here" type manner. And as you get to the door or the windows to look out, you can see two people out into the as you're looking out to the right, so to the sort of southwest. There's a teenage girl running towards you, and you can see a man who's got some kind of hunting rifle, who's just fired it, and you see him fire a second shot, and you all hear a second shot.
Can
And
we
this
see what he's shooting at?
he is shooting at an approaching group of walkers.
I'd shout out the door, dude, stop shooting the shufflers, they just come more.
The girl comes running in, looking absolutely terrified. She's probably about 13, 14. And Erin, you've now got there. You see this guy approaching. Can all of you, the three of you, sorry, what's John doing?
He's going to start. He's going to come out to the main group, and he's going to start prepping his medical kit.
Okay. Are you? So who's looking out the window? It sounds like John's not looking out the window. I think the other three are. Yeah. So the three of you looking out the window. Could you give me scout checks, please?
I've gone outside onto the porch.
Yep, certainly.
What
Hey,
was
I didn't
it?
mess up.
Scout checks, did you
I didn't
say?
mess up either.
Yeah. Okay.
I also did mess up. Yay!
Right. So all three of you.
Shut up, Karen.
Okay.
Yeah, we could start calling her Karen, couldn't we?
Oh no!
That joke's lost on me.
Just
Anyway.
trying to... What, Karen? Have you never?
Karen.
You've never heard the
Wow.
Karens?
Oh dear.
Wow! What rock are you under?
Yeah, what? He's in too many discords with too many tabs open to know what a Karen is. He must have a tab that's got Karens in it.
He must be. Oh, he's the Karen, and he's just not real.
Oh, has my network connection just gone down? My network. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
My
Froze.
we all
network
froze, I
connection
think.
just. No, I
Yeah.
think it was me froze. That will be.
We said Karen
Wow.
too many times, so the internet broke.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be the wonders
Like
of the
Beetlejuice.
Xbox. Right. Sorry. Let's crack on with this. Right. The three of you got success. You can see that the guy, though he's firing, and there's several. You can see there's several walkers, and he's firing at relatively close range. But what you can also see is that there is blood dripping quite severely from his his left arm. He's
Put it
wounded.
down.
Do zombies have a thing for sensing blood in this universe?
I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so.
So it's not the only issue is if he's going to die, not that the fact that he's bleeding everywhere,
Or if he's been bitten.
or if he's been bitten. Oh, so bites do turn.
Yeah,
people-
yeah.
Turn you, yeah.
Okay.
Right. He comes running up and then stops short. Sorry. So the only person out on the porch is Lucas, correct?
Yeah.
It sounds to me like Craig is at the doorway and Erin's looking through a window.
Craig, I think Craig's looking through the window at the doorway.
I was
where
gonna,
it's
if I can I stand here so that as they're coming through, I've got my rifle.
Mhm.
aimed
I'm
and
stepping
looking out
forward,
window.
and I've got my spear out. You ain't coming near us with that bleeding arm.
I'm fucked. I'm gonna die.
Or do you die out there then?
Yeah, that's my niece. Look after her. And he starts and he drops the rifle at your feet. Yeah. And then starts and then pulls a knife from his belt and lobs that down in front of you as well, and then takes off a little sort of satchel bag and chucks that down as well, and says, "In there's a map, a map to where my wife is. Becky." He turns to the girl. That's where Auntie Jo is. That's where Auntie Jo is. Follow that map. Hopefully these people will help you. But please look after my niece. If you've got any decent, and he looks actually like, what have I done? Looking at the state of Lucas, in some sort of post-apocalyptic Mad Max type armor.
We'll take care of her. We've got her.
Look after my niece. Look after my niece. And then from a pocket, he pulls a hand grenade, and he says, "I'll draw them away. I'll draw them away. Please, please, I beg you, look after my wife." And he says, "Oh, hang on a sec." And he actually puts the hand grenade away, pulls off his wedding ring, and gives that to Becky, his niece. And then he then goes off towards. There's various walkers, and there's actually now there's a couple also coming down the road from the east as well, and he starts yelling, "Hey, follow me, follow me!" I mean, they don't understand, but he's making noise. And then
Dude's got stones.
He's got some serious stones.
yeah, and then goes and then he sort of he runs a bit away from you guys, back the way he come, going past the group, and then he stops and waits for them to catch up as he's yelling at them, and he sort of almost sacrifices himself. The girl is starting to freak out and start going, Uncle Tony, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
And
we
starting to freak out.
Get her into the house and
how are you physically dragging her? Are you trying to persuade her what you're trying to do, and who's doing it?
I think Craig and Lucas are the closest. I'm going to see what they do to help her, and if she doesn't calm down, Erin wants to literally grab her by the waist and haul her inside.
She'll shut up and get in, or just shout, sort of say it her quietly.
Right.
I think
so not the calm way.
I think John will step forward and try to do the old kindly uncle sort of
right.
The other kindly uncle sort of line on her.
Can you give me a manipulation check, please?
Yeah.
I've seen your picture. He looks like Dr. Death. It's not a kindly uncle.
The angel of death, maybe.
The angel of death.
Oh shit! That's a lot of dice.
I will push it there.
Oh no! Oh no! Wow!
Little girl.
Fucking candy guy from fucking Cheap Cheap Bang Bang.
It's that first dice is already.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to have to go and ask questions about this. We may have to start. Has anyone? Is there is a dice? Well, you can actually do a dice roll in the. Just type it in the chat. We might need to start doing that because I just don't trust this. Right. You're trying to persuade her, and what you realise is that one of the zombies coming down the road, one of the walkers coming down the road, from the right, from the east, he doesn't appear to have drawn away. It's locked onto you guys and it's coming towards you.
I kind of order everybody inside, but like in that kind of yelling whisper type thing, like
right. She's still not moving. In fact, she looks like she might get about to go start running off after her uncle.
The grabber.
Right. That will be.
So where's the zombie coming from? There's one zombie that's coming our way, right? Yes.
Yes. From the sort of southeast.
I'm gonna head out towards it. with my spear drawn. As I go, I'm going to look at the guy and say, "That's the world's worst conga line, mate."
To be honest, he's quite a distance away.
Yeah,
But
I don't expect him to hear. It's
okay,
for these guys.
okay, yeah,
Not
yeah,
for
okay,
him. Not for. It's
The
for these
audience.
guys behind me. It's for the audience. Yeah.
right, okay, right.
It's a bit of a joker. I'm just.
Yeah, no, got it. Yeah, sorry, apologies.
And I'm going out to deal because I deal with these zombie because even one's going to draw more, so we need to get rid of it.
Right. So, Erin, if you're trying to drag her, please can you give me a force check?
I don't know where my character sheet's gone. I seem to have clicked off of it.
So,
I got it.
yeah, okay,
Force check, yeah?
Yep.
Did it do? Oh,
yep, you managed to drag her inside quite happily.
cool. Take her
And
to the back of the house and put her down on the sofa.
yep, and then Lucas, you go to deal with this one zombie. Give me a close combat check, please.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is going to end badly. No success. One success with no fuck up.
With the reach of your spear, you jab it up in through the jaw.
Yeah.
And the thing crumples in front of you, and you then skedaddle back into the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make some wisecrack.
Okay. What is it?
I don't know.
What is it?
Right.
Kenny isn't witty enough. That took me about 7 attempts on ChatGPT to get that one.
Lucas, get his psycho ass back in here.
Right. Okay. So you're all back in the building, and you've, from the sounds of it, Erin's got everyone, all the external doors closed, everyone back in the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm leaving the girl to be calmed down by other people, but I'm trying to secure the house as best I can.
Now, the combination of, it doesn't require any dice rolls, but the combination of John plus Kathy, you're able to calm her down between you. And
I'll help barricade the house.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't.
Or shut the door.
Yeah, you shut the doors and stuff, and close curtains so things can't see in and stuff like that. And then, but you do hear a small explosion of a grenade going off. It's out of sight, but it's still close enough to hear it, and that seems to the sound of that explosion that seems to keep drawing them towards that sound. It's a loud noise. Okay. Oh, you've also, sorry, I'm assuming someone also picked up the gear he dropped. Yeah.
Yeah, before we go inside.
Yep. So there is
Sorry, what was the gear again? It was
right.
Apologies.
That's all right there. There's a hunting rifle with one reload. There's a knife, and in the bag are two useful items besides the rifle. I'm assuming the girl's taken the wedding ring. There's actually a camouflage rain poncho, so sort of like a big camouflage thing that can help you stay hidden if you need to. And there's a map to Haven. Sorry, well, a place he's got marked on it. And I'm just my little note of what it is. Just bear me a sec. And it's I'll type it in the chat. It's a
If you just put what the Haven is.
and a quick bit of map reading. That looks to be somewhere southish of Salisbury. That's a chunk further west from here, but you're not entirely sure where here is.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to see, whether we can identify from the road name that I'm assuming we would have been on.
Yeah.
And the map now. Yeah.
Well,
you-
the map.
If there's any letters in the house with an address on, that would probably help
Wasn't
us
there a
better.
map in the car as well? You said
There
Yeah,
was, yeah.
yeah.
a map in the car.
That will take some time to figure out because you're yes, you've got some. Yes, there's some post with address. That's a very good point. Yeah, you've got the address of the house, but it's a road map. So actually going down and finding individual street names is it's perfectly
difficult.
possible. It's just going to take time, and it doesn't sound like something you're doing now. Right. What do you want to do? Do you want to? Are you staying here, or are you going to start moving? What do you want to do?
Want to head upstairs to the upstairs bedrooms? Start carefully looking out of the windows to see what's going on outside.
Right.
I mean, if he did what he did with that grenade, then they're going to be out here for a while. We need to stay in the night and let them disperse. Otherwise, we go outside, there's going to be loads of shufflers crawling this way.
I think our window of opportunity is we leave right now, or we leave, as you say, once they've dispersed. But it might be a while since we don't know how long it'll be until it's clear again, and we might be still fighting. They might still come to us. So I'm trying to get everybody involved in the conversation.
I've already gone upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we ought to go now, but we'll need to take all the vehicles.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. Looking at when we were out there earlier, how many seats, excluding the motorbike?
So you can cram. So there's now 10 of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could cram 10 of you into the two vehicles.
Okay.
You've essentially got 5 in each vehicle, and you've got all the stuff that you've gathered is piled up in the boot, or it's in the state, the back part, or the boot of the blue car.
I'm gonna go siphon the fuel out of that motorbike and put it in the white car.
Okay.
I think we need to start getting ready to leave. Did you hear that, Lucas? Sort of shout out to him.
Yeah.
All
Right, Lucas, you've gone up to try and look out. There isn't. You've got some bathroom windows here that have got a little bit of a view. But these windows don't actually have much. Well, that's sorry, that you can't get to because that's open there to the floor below. But that window there, you can't. It doesn't. The walls, the corner of the building's blocking it. You could potentially climb out of the window onto this.
Oh, were they down this side?
So they're southwest of you. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought southeast, but that's why I went over there.
No. One of them. Some of them were walking from the southeast, and you do spot a couple more coming from the southeast. There are still more who seem to be heading towards the sound of that noise.
So from this window, I can see
here?
more coming in from the southeast. Okay.
Yeah, just one or two, not vast numbers.
I'm gonna quickly climb out onto this window, onto this roof, to have a look.
Yeah, just to be clear, you've gone through that window there.
Oh, okay.
That one opens up
okay.
onto is sort of open about. This is all open here with the stairs. Nice.
Okay.
There's an easier option.
What are you going to do?
There's an easier option. There's the balcony, which is the same level as the roof over here.
Yeah.
Could probably get out on that easier rather than try and climb out a window.
Is Craig gone to do that?
You think so?
No, I hadn't. I was just.
Oh, right. You were just calling to me.
I was offering you some
Okay, well, I'll quickly look out here, and then I'll run over there and look out there. Just a cursory glance, just to get an idea for our lot what's around, so I can run down and tell.
Give me a scout check, please.
Two successes, but I messed up. That's so unfair.
Right.
Slipped and fell off
Find
the roof.
stuff. But yeah, but you slipped and fell off the roof.
You saw
Thanks,
something,
Ian.
but it slipped off.
There's something up there.
When you when you're looking out from this, first of all, from here, yeah, you spot that you can see you've got enough of an angle from there. You're probably coming to this corner here to see through a few trees further down the road. There's a few trees partially obscuring it, but you can see pretty well. It's a large group of walkers, yeah, and there's some lying on the ground. So clearly he must have taken something when he went down with the grenade, and they're all sort of standing around in a group, and it's becoming quite a sort of group. There's more coming from the other way where he was running. There must be two successes, at least 3 or 4.
I'm
Sorry,
not even going to go to that other
sorry,
window.
sorry, 30 or 40 rather, not 3 or 4, 30 or
Yeah.
40.
I'm not even going to go to that other window. I'm just going to run straight downstairs. Say, yes, we've got to go now. There's more.
There's a slight complication.
Right.
Of
course there is.
Something spotted you, and another couple coming from the east seem to divert and come towards the house.
Zombies or
Zombies.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I thought they was people at first.
Yeah, I thought they were people at
No,
first.
no.
You
No,
said
no.
A couple.
Well, I'm
A couple more.
running downstairs and saying we've got to go now. You're right, Erin. The group that he attracted is getting bigger. It won't be long before they want something else to go to, and there's zombies coming from this way, from the east and the west. Only a few stragglers, but that'll draw the rest of them. We could get trapped in here before you know it. We need to be mobile.
All right, let's go. I'd start sort of like, I think that we've been together long enough that we don't need too much instruction between us. We kind of work very.
Yeah, everyone
Shall I
starts
get on the
piling in the cars. Who is driving each car?
Shall I get in the bike?
No, the bike's had
No,
its
I've
fuel.
trained the train.
It's,
Yeah, I've trained the
okay.
bike. Sorry.
Okay.
Who is going to drive which car? The skill for driving a car is mobility.
I'll drive one. I'll drive the blue one. And I want Melissa to sit next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can drive.
that's all right. Yeah, John will probably take the other one.
Okay, right. So you all pile in, the 10 of you now.
Have you got your glasses on?
Yeah.
I don't need glasses to be able to drive, mate.
Yeah.
Can
right,
you
okay.
can you see the NPC pictures, by the way?
Yes.
No.
Oh wait, yes I can. You got to
Where?
click on NPC. You got to click on the thing.
There's a folder called NPCs.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant
Yeah.
there were tokens on.
No. And then can you now see? Has Becky now turned up in that list?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So you, to cut a long story short, you pile in the vehicles, and you have a slightly hair-raising moment as you drive away. So someone has the enjoyable task of opening the 2 garage doors.
I'll do it.
And the noise of that does attract the couple of the walkers that are close to you. But you can jump in the cars. You've already tested they're working, and you drive off with the various bits you've gathered. and you head off down the road. I'm assuming just heading east because there's not a big group. There's a big group west, and you drive away. Yeah. Okay. And for the first time in a long time, you're actually quite mobile with a vehicle, but vehicles make noise. And as you're driving for about an hour, okay, and it all goes quiet again, and actually the threat level drops,
Nice.
and you now
How easy is it for us to drive? Like, there must be a lot of abandoned cars on roads. And what?
it's fairly slow. I mean, you're also in Britain, so it's not big, wide open highways. You're
Right.
on little country lanes and stuff like that, and you get onto an A road, and that's easier to go on. But you are occasionally wending your way past broken down vehicles or abandoned vehicles. You periodically see walkers, but because you're in a vehicle, you're able to yes, you attract their attention, but you're past them before they become a problem. Yeah, there's nothing that's causing any problems. Now, what vehicle is Craig in, and what vehicle is Lucas in?
I'd have been with the dock.
I'll be whichever one had a space. Because I was getting in last after I opened the doors.
Let's put you in the blue one. Okay. Now.
Yeah, we split the kids up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Right.
the only way to remain sane.
Now, you've had enough time to relieve some stress. So, Erin is in the same vehicle as an NPC anchor, Melissa. So you can remove your stress. Yeah.
Yes.
John, odds or even? Even. You're in the same vehicle as Kathy, so you can remove any stress you've got.
I said I was getting with John, so
yeah. So John's also there for you, so that's your PC anchor, so you can remove your stress, and then
one or all of it.
Sorry, all.
One or all.
Oh, sorry. Hang on a sec. That's wrong. I'm doing this wrong. Sorry, you're with your anchor. You can reduce 2 points, which I think is probably enough.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's over 2 anyway.
If you can talk to a human, you relieve 1 point. If you can talk to someone who's one of your anchors, you can remove 2 points. And this is sort of a periodic, and this could be doing some sort of interaction. And being the game slightly, the TV programming slightly soap opera-y, one of the examples cited is a couple can go off and have sex, and that would relieve their stress, which is slightly unnecessary details to add into the game.
We pull over.
Yeah. But if you rest for a night, as in properly sleep, you remove all stress. Okay. Lucas is so you're not in the same vehicle as Craig. So
No.
Odds, evens, please.
You got with Karen.
Odds. You are in the same vehicle as Thomas, so you can reduce 2 points of stress. Okay.
Where's the Karen? Which
with
car
you.
is
I'm driving the car you're in, mate.
Right.
I will not antagonize the kid, and once we're out of danger and my stress levels have gone down, I'll can I say that I found something in the house that was like directed towards young adults or teens, like a rock magazine or something like that.
Yeah, go on. You had enough time. Yeah. Ideally, those sort of things. State them in character while you're doing it.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'll let you this time. I'll let you. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just I'll pull it out the side of the thing as something I've picked up, sort of thinking about would be something that maybe Lucas would like, and I'll go. I suppose you did find that that stuff in the shed, peace offering, and I kind of hand it back to him.
Take it without saying anything.
There. And I continue driving.
Luke, just as well, Lucas is still keeping very careful watch on his surroundings and where we're going, what's going on. So he'll
Craig's
always,
sleeping.
as he
So
rolls
is
up
John.
the joint, maybe.
John. Well, they die.
Right. Okay.
He's going for his afternoon nap.
You're
Is
driving.
John is what's his name? Thomas. Is Thomas drunk? Has he been drinking?
He is like all like a lot. He's a functioning alcoholic. Yeah. So actually, he is probably quite drunk, but actually he's functioning
More
quite
functional.
He's functioning relatively normally. I mean, he'd probably tire very quickly if he had to run. But sitting in a car, after talking to you for a little while, he has a bit of a snooze. Actually, that'll help him out. Right. Now, after driving for about an hour and you've sort of got your stuff together, you're driving the countryside, and you're actually into proper countryside rather than hedgerows and fields and stuff like that. And you spot as you sort of bend round a corner, which is the lead vehicle, by the way.
I'd assumed it was the white one just because I had to wait for Lucas to get in the car because he opened the garage.
Okay.
So I would have been behind. But
so John, as you go around a corner, sort of, a sort of a bending curve, you spot suddenly a load of abandoned cars ahead of you, and it's clear that some have tried to get off the road and have got stuck and so on. And all of a sudden, what you see ahead of you is it's the road looks blocked.
As we're going along, just as an aside, about 10 minutes after Erin's handed me the magazine, I'll make a joke and say, "Are we there yet, Mum?" and smile cheekily at Erin like a bit of a peace offering back.
yeah,
Obviously a joke. It's obviously meant to be a joke.
yeah. She'll just smile and shake her head.
Okay.
Can we see the thing, or is this a something that only John can see at the moment?
Right. As then, well, I'm saying John has stopped, and then now.
Well, as he comes around the corner and he sees it, and being the old man that he is, he winds down his window and gives the appropriate hand signal for slowing down.
Oh my God! I've just lost a map.
I'm 32, but I was in the military. I probably know that
no,
hand
that's
signal.
bad.
What's bad? What have you done?
I've just deleted. Have I done that? Right.
You had it selected and hit delete, maybe, or backspace.
No.
Refresh. Might come back.
Yeah. Was it F5 to refresh?
Yeah.
That's not good. Oh.
If it's a tile or something.
No. It's the entire map.
Wouldn't be the entire map. You wouldn't be able to get rid of the entire map. You have to actually delete the scene to delete the map. Have you just hidden it from your? If you go over to the right, where all the icons are, one of them should be a scenes.
Yeah, I've just hidden it from myself.
Yeah,
is what I've done. Right.
Yeah, so you can open
fantastic.
up.
Why do you need to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you need to see it?
You're just the GM.
I think what I've done is I've removed it from the navigation. Right.
Yeah.
Has a new map come up called Traffic Jam?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck me. When you see the size of this, you'll see why having the amount of effort I've put into it, well, I was a bit like, fuck, I've lost the entire map.
Well, we can't see anything because we don't have any tokens.
No tokens.
that token navigation aid. If you right click it, you can click activate, and it drags everybody to the scene.
Right.
So we don't have to
Right.
go in.
But you need tokens. Can you see anything yet?
No,
No.
you
No,
need
it's all grey.
tokens with vision on every scene.
Right.
You'll get
dragging
used to it dragging them on before.
I'm dragging tokens on, but is that giving you any vision?
No, because
Right,
you
I
did
have-
it manually on each token. What you
Yeah.
have to do is you have to make it a prototype token, which you
Yeah,
But-
I've seen that phrase. Right,
Yeah.
Ian, you should be able to see now. No, sorry, not. Hang on a sec. Why have I got Ian twice? I don't want Ian twice.
No one wants Ian twice.
Has
Uh,
anyone seen the TV show Suits?
no. My mate's rave about it. Never got into it.
Thomas Svoboda plays
I can see.
is the guy that plays Lewis Litt in it.
it's
Very
stock
funny because he's a cool
stockpile of photos that I use of various things. Right, have all four of you got vision of this map now?
I
Oh
have
wow. Yeah. I've got a circle that is
partly cut through.
yeah.
Got a
Where
wedge
are we?
missing on
No.
there.
There we go.
Right in the middle.
We're here, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Is it,
Mine's completely grey.
yours is completely grey. Right.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I had to refresh the page.
Ian, can you see?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, right. Oh. And I've done something I didn't realise I could do. Somehow
Did you know we definitely took both cars?
you can only see a circle at the moment. Yeah.
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 Well, no,
It goes to here.
no idea how I managed to do that.
I can see the whole map.
Oh,
Looks
can you?
huge.
I can only see a circle of it.
That's because your token vision has been set to 60 feet or something,
Oh.
60.
whereas mine
Yeah, I
must
was
be
gonna say, yeah.
mine must be much bigger.
I've not put any distances in.
It defaults to 60 when you enable token vision.
Okay,
For a
yours has got a
forest
vision
dude.
range of 100 meters. Yeah, they're all defaulting to 100 meters.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. And I'm now not clicked on anyone, so I can see the full map again. Right. Obviously, there's around the edge of it is a sort of black boundary. If you go across there, then we'll resolve what happens there. But what you can see up ahead is lots of parked up vehicles. That one there is a military truck.
Ooh.
That looks like it might be a military vehicle. That looks like it might be a military vehicle. A couple of vehicles are sort of like kitted out with sort of they're sort of sort of pickup truck type vehicles with stuff on the back and stuff like that. And there are further vehicles, sort of more and more vehicles, but some of them appear to be crashed. That one seems to have caught fire and burned. It's
Is it still burning or
no,
is
no,
it?
no, no, no. Everything's
out? Okay.
burnt out and rusted. This one here appears to have crashed into this rock, and then
We see the burning stuff in the distance, or is that too far for us?
right. So once you sort of get round to about here, are you moving forward to there? And are you staying in vehicles or are you walking?
I want to pull up alongside John's vehicle so that we're side by side with the windows down, so we can all talk and just slowly crawl, and just let's stop for a moment and assess what we can see. Maybe someone can get on the roof and see how far we can see ahead. If there's a way to drive around this,
I'll,
and see if there's any walkers.
I'll climb up on the roof.
Right, give me a scout check then, please. Bear in mind, B, your character has a pair of binoculars.
Oh, I'll pass the binoculars over to Lucas.
Okay, add 2 to your 2 gear bonus to your
Sorry, I forgot about that.
That's all right. No, that's why I thought I mentioned it, because it's sort of like,
Yeah.
was that Craig rolling or as well?
Oh,
I
I've got
didn't roll.
Craig. I've got Craig's character up. Sorry, I should have zoomed in bit more, shouldn't I? Because you can double click your token to get your character sheet up, and I double clicked the wrong one without looking. So I put ignore that.
Yep.
I'm just rubbish, aren't I? I'm just a liability. Just put me down now.
Gladly.
Hey.
Yay.
Right. I don't know how far you can see with the actual vision, but about here, which may well be past the area you can see.
I can see all the way up to here.
Right. So, there's some sort of rubble pile of some sort of destroyed building there. There's all kinds around sort of here. There's a whole load, including a load of buses and other vehicles, a whole load of burned, wrecked vehicles. Something's gone on here.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was asking. It looks like, because with the military vehicles up here, it looks like almost that there's been a firefight or something gone on, and the building's burnt down, and all these cars have swerved or whatever to avoid some sort of military action going on, whether it's man versus man or man versus walker. I don't know, but that's what it looks like to me. Would that be a reasonable estimation?
Yep.
I'm gonna
Level 2.
whisper that down to people.
Mhm.
Looks like there's been some sort of firefight up ahead. Don't know who it's between, but there's burnout buildings, cars. It's a total mess. I reckon we should go. We should go completely away from here.
Does it look like it's been like it's recent or a long time ago?
Can I tell how long ago it was? The fire's burnt out. The buildings are ruined.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking if there's any.
probably a
particular-
while ago.
You got one success on that. You'd have to go a lot closer to get that. It's definitely not recent.
It's not recent, yeah.
I'll ask the party, seeing as we're close to each other enough to talk, and I'll say, I'm tempted to go and look in some of those military vehicles to see if there's anything salvageable, and then maybe we turn around or try
We're not going to
and
be able to drive
drive
through it.
I was thinking, well, do you
We could
think
drive
that
around
we
it.
could drive round it, like on the grass? Is it? I imagine the blue vehicle would make it. Does the white vehicle look like it could do that sort of terrain
Um,
off road?
Right. Just to say, the other thing Lucas spots is 2 walkers. I've put them on the map here.
Okay.
Well, in that case, we're not getting out of the car.
Driving it's essentially going to take mobility checks for driving.
It looks quite rough terrain. I don't know whether we'd get through.
John, the car you're driving is actually quite a decent car. So both of them are running risks going off road. Neither of them is designed for off road travel, but who can say?
And we can see that, or Lucas has seen that there's walkers.
Yeah.
And they're just sort of shambling around at the moment. They don't appear to have been alerted to you.
Is this the direction that we want to go in?
Yes.
Or is there a way? This is.
Yeah. I mean, you could backtrack and try and find a way around. There's also as you say, there's a whole load of military vehicles that look like they might be quite interesting to look at.
It's only 2 walkers, Erin. I can't see any more.
When there's
You
2,
can
there's
take
always
2.
more.
There will be before long, but if we're quick, it could be something really useful there. Military, you know the military better.
All right, we take care of the 2 first. Search the vans. 10 minutes tops.
So
No longer.
how are you approaching these 2?
Who's our fighters? Is it me, Lucas, and Craig?
I think Thomas is quite good with his. He's got a.
Thomas can handle himself, but
He's probably had too much to drink.
someone fed him a bottle of gin, so.
I think he got that himself. Actually, I've just got 2 bottles of vodka. I've got 2 bottles for when he runs out. Thank you very much.
Right, I've just got to do something. Back in a sec. Work out a plan between while I'm away. Back in a sec.
Okay.
Trouble is, you can't pull them apart, can you, walkers? You can't lure the 2 away from each other because they both get pulled by noise.
Yeah. I think that
there's
probably...
2. We can overwhelm them, providing we don't mess up.
It's just whether or not we want to. 3 of us want to take on 2 in melee, or we take the risk and just use guns. I'm thinking at the moment.
We don't know we don't know enough of what's there. For all we know, there could be more. If we're quiet, I say we leave the cars here because they're slow. Keep the cars running. And walk up. Let's see if we can catch them by surprise.
Why don't we use the cars as the weapons?
Could do, but then we're going to risk if we damage the cars, then we've lost our ride, all of our stuff in it. We were already going to risk it by.
It's not. Have you ever run over? Have you ever run over a zombie, Grandad? It's not easy. It's not as easy as you would think.
With the state of the white car, that's obviously hit someone that don't look good.
All right. Well,
I think we should do it. It's up to you, though.
I think with the axe, what melee weapon has Lucas got?
Spear.
A spear. I think we'll be all right.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to go on foot, or do you want to drive vehicles? Are the engines still running? What's going on?
Can Melissa drive?
Everyone can drive.
Okay.
They're
I'm
not
going to ask
necessarily
Melissa.
the best of drivers.
No. I just want Melissa to get into my seat. I'm like, we don't need to go anywhere until I'm back.
Should we get the cars turned round
Just
first? Get the cars turned round so they're facing the right way to escape.
We can do, but I was thinking that once we checked out
we'll
carry on because I think time is. We've got to think about fuel and how much they're going to take. All right, let's. And I think it's me, Craig, and Lucas.
John's going to go. He's going to hang back, but he's going to have his medical kit with him, and he's going to have his spear with him.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And so who's taking over driving the white car?
I'll hand it over to Kathy.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Did we bring the jerry cans with us?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Craig
so we can actually siphon maybe if there's any fuel.
That's why she gave the peace offering, because you did good in the shed with the
jerry
cans.
Move yourself forward to where are you going down the road? Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where did my character go? Oh,
we're trying to be quiet. We're trying to be quiet and sneak up on them.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of next to this van.
Okay. Can I have scout checks from the 4 of you, please?
Scout or
scout? First of all, scout for what you see as you get to that point. Don't go further than where you are, please. If you wish to push, then please say. And
can I? Okay.
I'm going to remind you again, Erin. You can use your binoculars.
I've given them to Lucas, so he can use them.
I was asking about that, but I didn't think you. I was about to ask.
Like really up close.
That would be stupid asking for up close because you won't see anything more
Okay.
Up
Yeah.
close
Okay.
and-
So all right. So I'm assuming Erin's got them back because they're on your character sheet, but you're
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
if
Okay.
you
a
want.
moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
but he's
So um, John, you spot another walker down on the other side of this vehicle to the south.
oh yeah.
And,
Damn it, when Grandad's right.
It's always right.
and
He's not actually that old, is he either?
Yeah, it's 57.
Oh right, okay.
Which isn't old, all right?
He looks
It
really
isn't
good for
old.
57. That picture looks about 30.
Lucas, you spot another walker here. And
You're a 17-year-old though.
Everybody's
Ancient.
old.
Ancient.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Even Craig's old.
Yeah.
how do you adjust the size of a token?
Click on it and use your mouse wheel or up and down, plus or minus maybe to make it larger.
No, that's not right.
Maybe it's shift. There's shift and select and shift turns it.
That's not. I put the wrong picture on it anyway. Right. Do you see the same picture as the single walker?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all the same picture.
Right. That's different picture.
I think to token size, you can if you change the size of the creature to large in its character sheet, will make it bigger. If you want a large creature, it automatically makes it fill up 2 squares or 4 squares.
Oh, that's it.
But you can. There you go.
Size of that walker.
So that is not a single one. Can you see the label on it?
Oh, it's like a little horde.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not little.
can't-
It's a small group, about 3 or 4.
We can't see any labels on it.
You can't see
No.
labels,
Yeah,
right?
I can't see it.
Okay, so
no.
that one, go on the size of the token. That's a group of 3 or 4.
That's a group of 3. Okay. I'm going to. I've seen Erin do this, and I'm going to feel all smart and do that.
Okay.
I've seen movies as well.
Yeah. We've seen war movies.
Can I have a
I stop.
Can I have stealth check? Can I have stealth checks from you all, please?
This ain't going to go well.
Let's see. Push mine.
I'm going to push
No,
mine.
I don't. Everyone needs to push.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody else gets. So he would push because he wants to be quiet.
To be fair. Oh no.
What?
Oh, buddy.
Now, hang on a sec. That's pushed that wrong. Because you had 1 success.
Did I?
No, I did.
Did he not?
No.
Oh, I've got the wrong.
I didn't have any
No.
successes. No.
Okay, so you still failed. Okay, but the other. Okay, right. But you've not got any mishaps. Okay, that's fine. When it replaces the original roll with the pushed roll, so you
Yeah.
look at what the original was. Anyway, right.
So I've done that, and I'll do that. So B. That.
So I
And
your hand is disappearing when you're doing this.
oh, okay.
I'm seeing this, so I stop.
That.
Rodeo,
and,
gotcha. And then wanker, gotcha.
Right.
Stop,
Okay.
there's rodeo wankers.
Danger! Big fucking shark.
You see.
Oh no.
Right. So you can see these. None of them appear to have been aware of it yet. They're just sort of milling around. What do you wish to
But
do?
we can. Well, I'm assuming the people that saw them have pointed it out because I didn't see shit.
Yeah.
Okay. One person get in the back of this van, have a look, and then we'll go back to the cars.
Yeah, send the stealthy one. Who
Yeah.
isn't very stealthy.
Yeah, usually very stealthy. We look at Lucas.
Okay, I'll go into the van. Or I'll open the back door up first.
Well, it's
It's open. It's open, is it?
um
Oh, it's one of those ones
Actually.
with the bit that comes
Yeah.
down and the
Yeah.
We'll break the clips and the back fall out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really noisy.
And then walkers. Yeah.
And then a pile of walkers jump out.
Come out in gear.
Oh, I'll climb up as quiet as I can.
Okay.
Please don't make me roll another stealth.
No, you don't.
No, you need another.
No.
And I'll look and see if there's anything useful in there. It's 11 o'clock almost. Is that a good place to leave it?
Well, yeah. I'm just trying to
Do you
think.
want a bit of a better cliffhanger?
Well, I was going to say, I'll give you a little bit more of a cliffhanger. You climb up and there's a tarp hanging down part. You lift up the tarp, and you're just climbing in as something starts scrabbling across the floor to you, and you suddenly realise that the inside of this is covered in gore, like something has fragmentation. And actually, now those of you that are either side of it, there are sort of little holes at points in the tarpaulin covering the truck, as probably something like a grenade has gone off inside, and it may have killed some people, but there's something scrabbling. It probably doesn't mean legs anymore, but it's pulling itself across the bed of the truck towards you. Okay.
Nice.
And add a point of stress there.
You bugger.
We've played Alien too much. You know how this works.
Yeah.
Right. That's a good point to leave it. This is our fill-in game, so I don't know when we'll play this again, but hopefully we'll soon. And there'll be another episode, hopefully at some point soon. Thanks very much for now, though. Bye.
Bye.
Laters.